our defense, as much as everyone's talking about our offense to start the season, I was really pleased with the energy we defended with, especially in the first half, to jump out to the lead we were able to get, and I believe it was 21-6 and then like 31-10, and to have them have to chase us the rest of the game, you just feel pretty good about that. And really across the board throughout the game, our defensive numbers were very good. So, when you play at this level, and you're not always going to play your cleanest or your best game on offense, and you got to be able to rely on the energy that you play with at both ends of the floor. And I thought we had the right focus. And you're always concerned about this game, and I was very concerned about it because of the layoff and also just what we accomplished last weekend and the bounce back effect. And throughout different times during the year, you're not going to have a chance to give your team a breather. And I kind of gave my team a little bit of a breather this week. It was a very emotional weekend for us last weekend, and really managed them well. So I'm not completely surprised that that we didn't play at our best level on offense, but did enough things very well to keep the game at a safe margin through most of the game.
Is it hard to kind of get into a rhythm or get like a run going from the fact that they shot 43s and there were a lot of long rebounds? I mean, did that kind of contribute to that?
Yeah, definitely. And we did hold them to good percentages, but I thought the game was a little bit choppy. Between the free throw, a lot of fouls called, and then we gave up, I think, 15 offensive rebounds, so it was too many. We got to do a better job at that. That'd be the one negative. Probably defensively was we didn't defensive rebound well enough.
You've said a lot of times that defense is what costed you guys last year. Now, more so after a performance like this, how confident are you that your team can win games like this moving forward?
Well, I mean, they gutted it out down there, and we knew, especially early, I thought we were playing really fast. We were using our speed on defense, and speeding them up some, and even the open shots that they had early in the game were, after they had to work through pressure in a possession, and so a lot of good things, and and Remy again with his ball pressure, and what a steal he had, in the second half, how he timed that dribble. It was amazing how quick he took the ball away there. But the credit to San Francisco, I think Coach Smith's a very good coach, and he had them well prepared to play us, and it was probably as good as anybody has guarded our guards this year, and they did a great job tonight defensively.
Can you sum up just how you feel about this 7-0 start overall?
I mean, you appreciate where you are, and there aren't many teams that are in our position at this point in the year, and we just haven't just stayed at home and played a bunch of bye games. We've gone out and we played good teams, and we've proven that we belong where we are, and every day there are more teams that are losing, and there are less teams out there that haven't had a loss. So we're fortunate. We feel very happy to be where we are, and knowing we have a big week ahead of us. It's another 2-game set, very similar to what we faced in Las Vegas with our next 2 opponents.
You with a guy like White, what does he do to the way you like to play the game?
Who was that?
White, inside presence.
Yeah. Yeah, his physical play, his rebounding takes pressure off the guards. He again had, I believe, 13 rebounds, and even when our guards get in the paint and miss a layup, if his man is contesting that layup, he's a free guy to get the offensive rebound, and he could finish, and he's gonna shoot a few more free throws this coming week. I could promise you that.
When you think of this 7-year win streak as a whole, what are the main aspects of your game that you guys think that need to improve on the most, take that next step?
I mean, I was a little concerned about our defenses. It's just not realistic that you're going to score that many points every night. And what if you don't have your A game shooting the ball, or your guards aren't finishing at the level that we did in other games? Can you find a way to win and get through a game? And I thought it was good for us to have a game where we weren't at our very best, and yet we still were able to win this pretty easily.
And in those types of games, when you're not at your best, how important is that to happen at the beginning of the season? So later in the season, you have kind of been there and know how to get through a game where you're not having your best offensive game?
Yeah, I mean, it's just it's what your values are and what you're thinking about. If you're thinking about the right things and winning games, then you're gonna push through maybe a subpar offensive game and find a way to to beat your opponent. I think that's what we did tonight, and we've done it at other times in different ways. This team has got a lot of heart, and we've been in some deficits in other games and found a way to get back in it. So I'm not surprised that we were able to know we had to rely more at the defensive end tonight, and we were able to do that.
Trey had a pretty tough first half, only 2 points. But was there anything you said to him to turn around, or what was he able to do to turn it around in the second half?
Not sure. He didn't cleanly get by his man with the frequency that he was doing it in Las Vegas. And if you were watching the film and the Xavier game, I'm pretty sure he was public enemy number one for San Francisco in terms of having a focus on him. But again, other guys stepped up, and again, our defense was solid.
What about the balance you showed here? I think you have 5 guys in double figures.
Yeah, I like that. It's good for everybody. It's good for the morale of the team. It's to have a number of guys contribute, and we'll hope to continue to do that. And we still scored 75. I mean, it's not like we had 50, and we didn't play great on offense, and we missed free throws, and we're still on that number. So all in all, it was a pretty good offensive
What
effort.
challenge does St. John's pose to you guys?
They're again, our guards are going to get tested. They have legitimate backcourt with Lovett and Pons, and good athletes on the front line, and they're an up-and-coming team in the Big East, and they've played well early in the season. They won pretty impressively today, so we expect a big game. It's 2 teams that are striving to be tournament teams, and we'll have a good week to prepare and get ready.
Coach, ball movement seemed to be a little bit of an issue tonight, especially in the first half. Ball movement, like passing. What do you think you guys could improve on?
They did a decent job of staying home, and they walled up at the rim with their bigs, and so the kickouts weren't happening at the level we wanted. We talked about that at halftime. Just thought at times we went early in a possession and just tried to drive it, and we just got to move the ball a little better. And so I'm not concerned about it. We'll watch the film and talk about it on Monday.
How much did San Francisco's pace of play and just the fouls that occurred all throughout the game affect your guys' ability to get out in transition and kind of run the way that you were able to in the last few games?
Yeah, just they did a good job. They took care of the ball pretty well. I mean, 14 turnovers, but it didn't feel like we had as many live ball turnovers to get out in the open court. And like I said earlier, I thought it was choppy because they were being physical, and they came in here and played hard, and it was hard to get into a great rhythm.
You guys good?
Thank you.
Thank you.